Hello, friends. Welcome to Sunday Night Spotlight. It is time for my monthly live stream when I bring on a different guest artist each month. And I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm thrilled that you all are here too. Tonight, my guest is the wonderful Bill Nash, and I will tell you a little bit more about my friend Bill in just a few minutes. But I'm gonna wait a little bit here to get started as people log on, and say hello if you're watching. Say hello in the comments and let me know you're here. I can see all your comments, and I love knowing who's out there. Since I can't see your faces in this format. Hope everyone is having an awesome Sunday night, and I'm so glad you've joined us. Hi, Randy. My friend Randy Port joining us from Hawaii. So glad you're here. And my dad. Hi, Dad. You guys are in for such a treat. I can't wait for you to hear my friend Bill Nash. I just loved the song he played during sound check and can't wait to hear some more. Hi, Mom. My parents, I always like to clarify this. It's funny. They live in the same house, but they watch on different devices because Mom likes to watch on Facebook and Dad likes to watch on YouTube. But that way they can both comment and I can get both of their takes. Glad you guys are here. All right, folks. Well, I think it's time to get started with a song. So I'm going to do that, and then I will bring up my good friend Bill. Here's a little tune that I wrote in October of 2020. And it's called Just Waiting. Wake up every day, get my morning started the same old way with my big cup of coffee and the news on tap. I start scrolling mindlessly through the headlines on a glowing screen, and I'm riding on a train down a one-way track. I've got a million things to do and a kid who needs some breakfast too, but I'm stuck inside this dopamine trap, and I'm just waiting for the world to change while I'm sitting on the couch, expecting better things while I'm shooting insults on a screen and fighting digital wars till I'm all burned out, till I'm all burned out. Oh, whoa, whoa. Well, the hours go by so quick in the black hole of one more click, searching for our little dose of fame. Complaining endlessly, shouting, everyone please look at me, while we push our better selves out of the frame. Will someone stop this ride we're on? Don't wanna be another pawn in this race to the bottom kind of game. And we're just waiting for the world to change while we're sitting on the couch, expecting better things while we're shooting insults on a screen and fighting digital wars till we're all burned out, till we're all burned out. Oh, whoa, whoa. And it breaks my heart to know this is all we've got to show. Can we dig ourselves out of this hole? canoe sat a little man who thought he was huge. He was full of hollow promises to sell. And he could kick off World War III with the power of one stupid tweet, but he never cared if he sent us all to hell. We've got a lot of work to do. Aren't you tired of excuses too? We can draw strength from a deeper well, 'cause we can't keep waiting for the world to change while we're sitting on the couch, expecting better things while we're shooting insults on a screen and fighting digital wars till we're all burned out, till we're all burned out. Burning us out. Oh, whoa, let's put the fires out. Little song about digital burnout for you there. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I see we have quite a nice crowd watching out there. Thanks so much for being here. Well, without further ado, I'd like to bring up my friend Bill Nash. Bill is based in, I believe, Talus, New Mexico. And he and I met, I guess, about a year ago. Maybe a year and a half ago. It was during a virtual song circle that our mutual friend Beth Wood was hosting. And I loved the songs that he played then. And then I got to get to know him a little bit better in person at Rocky Mountain Song School just a couple of weeks ago. And that was lovely. So I'm going to bring him up here. And please welcome Bill Nash.
Hey, everybody. It's good to see you. Not really, but I wish I could see you.
I know. So it's the downside of this format as opposed to Zoom, but.
Oh yeah.
But so it goes.
Well,
thanks for joining me tonight, Bill.
I'm so happy to be here. I've been loving your shows that I've been watching, and you're right. About a year and a half ago, we met at Beth Wood's thing, and yeah, I've been watching and seeing what's going on. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Well, thanks so much for saying that. I appreciate it, and it's truly an honor to have you on this evening. Even though we hadn't met until that song circle, I feel like I knew who you were because we have a lot of mutual friends in the music world.
Yeah.
One of whom is my good friend Ken Gaines, and I know you guys go way back because of Kerrville and.
Yeah.
And that whole world. Ken was one of the first musicians who he really took me under his wing when I lived in Houston. And I think of him as a mentor, and he's just wonderful. So I knew if you were friends with Ken, you had to be good people.
Well, that's definitely good, because it's true, too. I'm going to start off this little thing here with my song. I was sleeping one day a year ago now, and I had a little voice in my head, and it said, "Wow, you're still breathing." I thought, that's an interesting line. So I came out in my living room here. I got a big picture window with a mountain in the back that I can see through it, and I wrote this song, just basically describing my place. It's called New Mexico. Every day I wake to find I'm still breathing. It always shocks me I'm still here. Oh, I just broke my fingernail. Isn't that funny? That never happens, does it? Carolyn just told me before we started that she's got to work her fingernails, get them all ready to go, and I just have a crack now, and I got to get rid of this thing. There we go. Sorry, folks. Let's take two. Every day I wake to find I'm still breathing. It always shocks me I'm still here. To take a waking breath again is very comforting. Another day, another sky so clear. Sunchokes are blooming everywhere. It's funny what a little rain can do. Jackrabbits and prairie dogs are quite a pair, and the hummers are all here too. It's a lovely morning, a great day to be alive. Trees are dancing in the wind. The lizards are making the cats cry. He's hoping for a glimpse of their Cheshire grins. It's a lovely morning in New Mexico. The birds are chirping and eating well. The sugar water is all ready to go. It's a wonderful place just to dwell. Oh, it's a wonderful place to dwell. Oh, autumn will return on some near future date. The elk come down to blare their trumpets. They come each year to find their mates, and it's almost like they use a compass. With the winter snow, it gets quiet as a mouse, and the star canopy at night shows everything. We'll stay inside our comfortable house, drink our coffee and hold on for spring. It's a lovely morning, a great day to be alive. Trees are dancing in the wind. The lizards are making my cats cry. He's hoping for a glimpse of their Cheshire grins. It's a lovely morning in New Mexico. The birds are chirping and eating well. Sugar water, it's all ready to go. It's a wonderful place to dwell. Oh, it's a wonderful place to dwell. Oh, it's a wonderful place we dwell. Oh, thanks.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That
right
song-
at that fingernail just broke right at the beginning of that song.
Of course it did.
Of course it did.
Because why wouldn't
What am I
it?
talking about?
I mean, there could not have been a better time, right? So,
And no, it wouldn't have been better. Thanks for listening to that.
oh my gosh, it's a pleasure to listen. And my mom says, lovely picture painted of a beautiful state.
Thank you so much. That's great.
And we have some other friends tuning in. I want to, hi, Michael Steiner.
Michael? Hey, good to see you, Mike. It's been a while.
Thanks for being
Yeah.
here. And my friend Larry King. Hi, Larry.
Howdy.
And Bayless. Hi.
Bayless, yep.
Howdy.
See you in a couple weeks, Bayless. He's coming down for the barn dance.
Nice. That'll
Yeah.
be, that's in New Mexico?
It's in New Mexico, in Taos, and it's a 3-day festival, and it's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Who all's
it's great.
playing this year?
Oh gosh, I couldn't begin to tell y'all. I know Beetroot Revival's going to be there, and Michael Hearn runs it.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
is
all
it
it's
Susan
top
Gibson
notch.
goes to that, I think.
She usually does.
Yeah.
Michael Martin Murphy will be here this year. Yeah, so we'll have a good show.
Sweet. And also Eric McEwen. Hi, Eric. Eric was last
Hey,
month's
buddy.
guest.
Another bald person. I can't help it.
Bill made a funny comment during sound check. He was like, you know, I just realized that you have 2 bald guests in a row. I said, well, you know, you guys write good songs, so I'm glad to have you on.
I tell you what, if I had hair like yours, I'd still have hair. Truly.
Well, thank you. I try. And also want to say hi to David Shulman. No relation to me, even though he has the same name as my brother. Hi, David. Thanks for tuning in. Well, that was gorgeous, and I loved all of the imagery related to nature, and I have a song that I think would follow it pretty nicely.
Sweet.
And I'll just tell folks a little bit about that. This is a brand new song, and when I say brand new, I mean I wrote it yesterday. I wrote it yesterday, and we'll see how this goes. You're not supposed to like give disclaimers before playing a song, but that's my disclaimer. It's brand new, so forgiveness, please, if I mess it up. But I want to give a shout out. I don't know if any of the folks from the August Fearless Songwriting Challenge are watching, or any song school friends. Timmy Reardon does a what he calls the Fearless Songwriting Challenge, and the challenge is to write 7 songs in 7 days. And he gives a prompt in the group, and the timing didn't work out for me to really complete the challenge. But yesterday I decided to write a song based on the first day's prompt, the day 1 prompt. So this was like a week old prompt. But this is the song that I got out of it, and I like it. I think it's fun to play, and so I want to share it with you tonight. It's called Little Sparrow. Fix that. Oh, little sparrow, use those wings to fly. Oh, little sparrow, in the rosy morning sky. Oh, little sparrow, use that voice to sing. Oh, little sparrow, this world needs what you bring. You wake up with the dawn and gift us with your song. A crystal chime in triplet time that begs the sun to climb. Oh, begs that sun to climb. Oh, little sparrow, use those wings to fly. Oh, little sparrow, in the rosy morning sky. Oh, little sparrow, use that voice to sing. Oh, little sparrow, this world needs what you bring. Warm winds lift you high till the world fits in your eye. What dreams your visions surely hold. Oh, sing me songs of gold. Oh, sing me songs of gold. Oh, little sparrow, use those wings to fly. Oh, little sparrow, in the rosy morning sky. Oh, little sparrow, use that voice to sing. Oh, little sparrow, this world needs what you bring. made to soar. Oh, little sparrow, use those wings to fly. Oh, little sparrow in the rosy morning sky. Oh, little sparrow, use that voice to sing. Oh, little sparrow, this world needs what you bring. This world needs what you bring. This world needs what you bring.
Very nice. Came out
Thank you.
good.
Whew. Got through the new one.
Yeah. It's always the rub, isn't it?
It is, but I'm glad I pulled it together in time to share it, and I hope that people enjoyed it. Thought a nice little nature song after your lovely nature song.
Yeah. We're going to have a bunch of nature songs tonight, I think.
Oh,
I have a funny
good.
feeling. Well, you have a lot of nature in your songs, and I got a couple that have it. So
Yeah, just a few.
just a few.
Well, what you got next for us, Bill?
Well, this song was written by my girlfriend and me. Actually, I wrote one. I added one word to this song. The rest of it's hers. And we'll be in tune. Let me get these headphones off so I can hear what I'm doing. Okay, this is called Talus Mountain. It's about this place we live. She held him in a painter's light, full of promise, shiny bright. She knew of all the gifts he had. None quite touched her like the music had. She thought of him the most at daybreak, when the sun shines through the aspen trees, as she's gazing back across the river. He's the empty space a shadow leaves. Let the wind blow all the snow. Let the wind blow all the snow. Let the wind blow all the snow off Talus Mountain. Soon with the coming of the spring, gone like footprints in a stream, down the dirt road in the high desert. She knows there's no other place he'd rather be. The song he left behind is now a whisper in the river where the horses drink, an imprint of a hand upon a window, a cup left behind in an empty sink. Let the wind blow all the snow. Let the wind blow all the snow. Let the wind blow all the snow off Talus Mountain. Sometimes we think our hearts half empty, on nights we feel the heavy full moon's pull. Remember, our thoughts may be deceiving, for it's really a heart that's full. Let the wind blow all the snow. Let the wind blow all the snow. Let the wind blow all the snow off Talus Mountain. Let the wind blow all the snow. Let the wind blow all the snow. Let the wind blow all the snow off Talus Mountain. Thanks.
That is a stunning and haunting, gorgeous song.
Thanks. She's a pretty good writer.
So, and what is her name?
Susan Miles is her name.
Lovely.
And we met about 3 years ago, and we met at a club where a guy introduced me to her, a songwriter friend of mine, said, "This is Susan, and she's a poet, and she wants to know if she could be a songwriter." So we kind of got together and started looking at it, and pretty soon we were writing songs together.
That is so wonderful. I love that.
It's really sweet, and we've gotten about 6 or 7 together where we each put quite a bit into. It's a lot of fun.
Wow. Well, you can hear a lot of magic in that song, and the word haunting just keeps coming to mind, and I felt like I was on the mountain with you guys, or looking at the mountain. It's just beautiful imagery.
Yeah.
And the music you wrote really just fits the song perfectly.
Thanks. That's basically what she uses me for a lot of the time, because I don't touch much of her lyrics because she writes so well. But every once in a while I'll find something that I can, you know how we do. We take out syllables sometimes and make sure everything fits in a meter. And that's the only touches I do with it. Her ideas are all pretty much intact. But
Wow.
I do the music. So she knows when the music is right. She also knows when I've not gotten it quite.
Well, that's
which
important.
Is cool. It's
That's
really
actually
cool.
really important in a songwriting duo where one person is focusing on lyrics and the other is focusing on music. You have to be able to communicate and say, no, this isn't the right feel.
Yeah, like that's not what I wanted. That works out pretty well.
Well, and it sounds like she has a really wonderful sense of meter and timing too. Like if you're only having to tweak some syllables here and there, that's pretty great.
Yeah, there have been a couple of the tunes that we've done together where she has not changed. I have not changed a word in her song. It just went exactly with it, and it came out great.
Well, we're getting some really sweet compliments. I just want to put some up on the screen. My dad says, really nice. He likes the tuning. What tuning was that?
It was in standard tuning, but I have a couple of tricks with my fingers sometimes. I can make some sounds that are a little bit bigger.
Oh, how do you? I don't know.
I'll tell
Maybe
you the
don't
secret someday. No, I'm a teacher, man. I divide everything out to everybody. You know, everybody. That's what my purpose in life is, to be able to make people go to another existence in their guitar playing and their musicianship. And if anything I can do like that, that's what I'm doing first. That's my favorite thing.
Do you do online music lessons?
I do. I have a Patreon now that I actually have set up, partially to support me and partially as a way to get people to become students. And I think the higher levels are for teaching. And I have 3 students so far that I've actually had a lot of fun working with on Zoom on the internet. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. What do you want to put your Patreon link in the comments, or your or however you want people to reach out if they're interested in?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that in this, to put them in the comments.
Sure.
But,
well, what you can do is there's like a.
It's pretty simple. If you want it, it's patreon.com/Camp Nashville, Camp Nashville, all one word.
Right.
And it's I've got about 34 followers so far, and it's been a real joy to work with them. They get live streams of me doing shows. They get a lot of videos because I've been video recording at festivals like Kerrville and the Rocky Mountain Folks Festival. So they got a lot of stuff to play with, and every once in a while they get me,
Nice.
for what it's worth.
Yeah, no, that's great. And so I put that link in the comments there. And
Cool.
let's see. Also wanted to put this sweet note on the screen.
Uh,
Mike Steiner says, "My
That's
compliments to your lyricist on the mountain, and the singing ain't bad either."
oh, thanks,
Oh,
man.
that's so
Thanks.
nice. And Dick Hertz, hi, hello, thanks for joining us.
Nice.
And I have to put Heather. So you know Heather Miller. She's also
I
a
sure
song
do.
schooler.
I know Heather well.
Heather's thing when she watches live streams is to take a lyric or a lyric or the song title, and she'll emoji it.
Ah, sweet.
So that's the
snow.
wind.
Yeah, the snow.
Yeah.
That's the snow. Yeah.
Thanks,
She's
Heather.
good.
Yeah, this is fun. Awesome. Well, yeah, so y'all check out Bill's Patreon. Patreon is an incredible way to support independent artists of all kinds. There's all kinds of people on Patreon, not just musicians, but lots of musicians. And I think I'm up to like 10 people now on Patreon.
Yeah, I'm at about 6.
I do like a small level so that I can support more people.
Right.
But it's just
And
so fun.
every little
too.
bit helps. Every little bit helps too, because it's helped me immensely over the last few months.
Oh yeah.
To make ends meet with this wonderful life we live.
Oh God, and with everything that's been going on the last couple of years,
Yes.
it's been. Speaking of which, that actually is a nice segue for me to mention that we are thrilled to provide this music as a complimentary gift to the world tonight. But we would love if you are able to offer any tips to help us out. We would be so appreciative of that. Anything you can offer is deeply appreciated, and if you're able to do so, we thank you so much. I have links where you can send a tip in the video descriptions on both Facebook and YouTube, but I will also drop those in the comments. I guess I'm up next, but when Bill plays his next song, I'll put those links in the comments, so be on the lookout for those. But I have Venmo, PayPal, or I have like a link where you can put in a credit card if you want. And thank you in advance. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, I've yammered on enough here, so I'm going to play a tune. Okay, well, I think I need to tune here. I'm going to do this song. Bill mentioned the Rocky Mountain Folks Fest a moment ago, and he and I were both just there. That's takes place here in Lyons. I'm in Denver, Colorado, for anyone who doesn't know me, and the Folks Fest takes place in Lyons, Colorado. It's gorgeous, right by the babbling waters of the St. Vrain. And I had the time of my life at Rocky Mountain Song School, where I had the chance to get to know Bill a little more. And then following song school was the festival, and I had the incredible honor to perform in the Songwriter Showcase. And this is one of the songs that I played in that showcase. And it's called Call My Heart Home. Loving you is easy, loving you ain't hard. It's all the other stuff that tends to throw me off my guard. I love you always, and with all of my heart. Moments when, even when you're crying, putting up a fight. Even when you're up too late, wasting time at night, I love you always, and with all of my heart. There is nothing you can do to break what binds me to you, even if you wander far away. I will always love you deep inside my bones. You can always call my heart home. Call my heart home. In moments when I'm tired, my patience wears thin. You're learning how to stand your ground. I'm learning how to bend. I love you always, and with all of my heart. And there is nothing you can do to break what binds me to you, even if you wander far away. I will always love you deep inside my bones. You can always call my heart home. You can always call my heart home. Remember when I held you for the first time. Little did I know how much you'd teach me in this life. I love you always. I love you always. And with all of my heart.
Very nice. Yeah. Sounded great on stage too.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That means a lot. That means an awful lot.
You bet.
Yeah, it's weird being up. You're like 15 feet off the ground, and it's an interesting experience, but a great one. And it was really just a huge honor to be there. So, and a great
You
festival.
beat me to it. You beat me to it. I've never gotten into that contest, so but never mind.
It's like
It's so subjective. I know.
yeah. I mean,
It's
judging
silly.
art is sort of a weird thing
It's
to
weird.
do.
Yeah, it's totally weird. It's totally wrong.
Well, I think it's their loss. It's their loss. if
I
they
think so
haven't had you
too.
up.
Oh, thanks. It's I've been having, this was my 25th song school this year. So my first one was in 1996.
Oh my
I
goodness.
missed one in 97 and I missed COVID. That's the only two since then I've missed. And I have to be there. I've been teaching the last 14 years. And that's going to segue into this guitar part and into this thing. And this is going to take a little setup. So let me get
Well, yeah, and I know, I just
anything
know
else?
there are some guitar folks out there who are going to want to know more about all those capos you got on there. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This guitar is tuned in DAD-GAD right now, the DAD GAD tuning, and I have a full 6-string capo on the 1st fret. I have a 5-string capo from the high note side on the 4th fret. I have a 3-string on the 6th fret from the low note side, and a 3-string over here. This is ridiculous looking to you, but what it does for me is it does this. It did that. It built that for me without me having to touch the guitar. Sometimes in Kerrville I have issues with the heat, and there are only a couple of songs I can play when it's 100 degrees out. So they're the ones that get the one finger every chord in the song I'm going to play here is a 1-finger chord. The subject of this song is a little dark. I used to run support groups for the MS Society in Dallas. I've had MS for 34 years, and ran this group for 20 years. And every once in a while I've had someone talk to me about the possibility of committing suicide, which the MS Society says you call the police, you don't get involved with anything like that. But I'm a little closer to quality of life issues because of having MS. And I've talked with them. I'm not a counselor, but I've worked with them, and I never lost anybody, thank goodness. But I wrote this 3-verse thing that I was going to make a song out of, and I never could find. I put it in my bookcase in a book and just put it away. And the day I found this, actually found this under the canopy at Kerrville when it was 98 degrees. I remembered that lyric. I went home, immediately pulled it out. It fit perfectly. This song is called Painted Ponies. I believe in the choice. Well, you'll get that from the song. I never saw her. She stepped out from behind that semi-trailer. The thumping blood, her lifetime wasted, her defining moment I never wanted to see. Her open eyes just looking back at me. The note tucked in her pocket to let the world know that I was not the culprit to take what she let go. She was crazy for release. She locked me in this hell. I'll see her face forever in her final yell. 'Cause life turns on dimes and carousel, spinning choices and blunt farewell. Around in circles that don't go nowhere. Painted ponies, they just don't care. He said to me, I can't stand to live this way. The quality is gone, with no end to my suffering. I cannot go on. The sun, it never rises, the flowers never bloom, and there's no doubt in my mind I'll never leave this room. So I made the call out to Dr. K. Could he maybe give me something to relieve this pain? Not for just an hour, but maybe for all time. Could you help me take my life? The choice is mine. 'Cause life turns on dimes and carousels, spinning choices and blunt farewells. Around in circles that don't go nowhere. Painted ponies, they just don't care. Just don't care. Now there've been some times in my time on earth that I've had to think about it. What is this life worth? And might there come a time that I could take no more? Would I reach the same conclusion? Close the door. But I wasn't in their skin. I never felt their loss. I didn't bear the weight of their massive cross. But I respect the fact they chose to take control of their choices. Anything else is a mistake. 'Cause life turns on dimes and carousels, spinning choices and blunt farewells. Around in circles that don't go nowhere. Painted ponies, they just don't care. Just don't care. care. Just don't care. Thanks.
You know, it's really challenging to write about a topic like that, and you did a really wonderful
thanks.
job, and well done.
Thank you.
And I think that song, that's the kind of song that we write maybe because we need to write it, but we share it because there are people out there that will really benefit from hearing it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's hard to talk about a song like that. The funny thing about this, when you set these four capos up like this, if you just take this one 5 string and move it up 1 fret, you get this here.
major. Oh,
Oh wait, I took my capo off. Wait a minute, where's my capo? You know what? Having too many capos around is a problem. Anyway, I could show you what it sounds like. That's what it was supposed to sound like. All I did was move 1 capo and I got all that.
yeah.
Anyway.
You went from minor to major.
I sure did.
It's beautiful. What was the
This is, huh?
What was the
Go ahead.
chord that when you strum it open?
It's an E flat minor 9 chord,
Okay.
basically,
Yeah.
in the theory world. And like you saw, everything on there was 1 finger. I had no 2-finger chords in that. I use 3 fingers, but I don't use them consecutively or together, because that's sometimes what the heat will do to me. So
I just think it's incredible that you innovated ways to continue to play even when your MS might be flaring. And I know, heat can make MS flare. And yeah, it's incredible.
I've worked with people who've lost fingers. I've worked with people who have had shrapnel damage, nerve damage of some sort. And there's nothing in the world better to see somebody play a guitar when they never thought they could again with 1 finger.
That gives me chills just thinking
It's
about.
right here.
Yeah.
Frequently, I feel that way too.
Yeah. That just lights people up. And, the world could use a lot more of that, right?
It's the biggest thing, and the reason why I'm still on this earth is because of affecting people that way. 2 or 3 times every song school at Rocky Mountain, I have somebody come up with a problem, and I work them through it, and they leave me, and then next year come back and show me all the stuff they did with what I showed them. So it's very heartening.
That's amazing. I'm so glad that you're part of Rocky Mountain Song School, and that you're, offering this assistance to folks on your own too, independently.
Labor of love.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's really, really cool. I'm gonna show some nice comments. Yeah, that's right. Totally. And wanted to say hi too to David Coyle. He's out there
David
watching.
Coyle. I know
Hi,
him.
David. Thanks for joining us
Oh my
tonight.
gosh, he's never heard that song before. He's just got to hang around with me more. That's all there is to it.
Oh, Chris, my friend Chris is watching. Chris used to work at Flipside Music. It's the awesome guitar shop here in Denver. They sell a lot of really cool electric guitars, and they have, I'm going to say, probably the most pedals in all of Denver. And I mostly play acoustic, but I went through a little phase where I was playing. I have this Telecaster here in the corner, and I bought some pedals to go with it. And anyway, you can go crazy in that whole world. So hi, Chris. Thanks for watching. And I have to say hi to my friend Diane Frank. Hi, Diane. Diane has known me since I was a baby. We would have every Passover and often Thanksgiving with the Frank family. So glad you're watching tonight. Well, I think we each have time for one more. So this will be my last one of the evening. And I also want to say thanks real quick to everyone who has so generously sent in some tips. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Oops. David says we need to hang out more, Bill.
I like that. I like that idea.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, I'm going to do this last tune. And this one is on the record that I put out last year. The name of that album is called Grenadine and Kerosene. Oh, and you know what? I'm in the wrong. I need to tune this back up to an E. Silly me. Well, and before I forget, I would love for any folks out there who are not currently on my email list. It would mean so much to me if you would sign my email list. I would say I only email maybe once a month, usually about this live stream, or if I have like local shows coming up. So if you live in Colorado, you might get a little more email from me than folks who live elsewhere, because I'm mostly playing around Colorado right now. But that's the best way for us to keep in touch with one another. And you'll always be the first to hear about my live streams. And you just can't always rely on social media, because the algorithm shows you what it wants, and it's not always what I want it to show you. So I will put a link to my website here, and you can sign my mailing list there. And when you do, you will get a free MP3 download of that song I just played, Call My Heart Home. And it's an acoustic demo version. So it's very sparse, but it's basically what you just heard. And you will be the only ones to have it if you sign the email list. All right, that's the last plug I'm going to do, and now I'm going to play the song. It's a bit of a lullaby. A sad lullaby. But y'all wouldn't be here if you didn't like sad songs. These moments of solitude are keeping me alive. They let me think of you, reminding me that I survived the deepest blue. In the silence, one melody rings true. It reminds me of a song I knew, and it sings me to sleep like your lullabies when you cradled me inside deepest blue. Well, I know you see the same sky I do, and it brings me peace to know I loved you, and our twilight is melting into the deepest blue. So I can sleep now with the memory of you tucked safely in my dreams. And I don't have to cry for the first time. I know why our love has grown into the deepest blue. These moments of solitude are keeping me alive. They let me think of you and smile, reminding me to hold on to the deepest blue.
Yes, ma'am. Beautiful.
Well, thank you so much.
It's been my pleasure to be here, for sure.
Oh my goodness. Well, it has been an honor to have you here, Bill. You just do so much good in the world, and
Thank
the
you.
songs you put out there are gorgeous. And this has been so fun. So,
I love to do these kind of things. I used to have Zoom sessions where I had 10 different songwriters in there. Of course, they went a little long, but it's so much fun to do them, right? Having
Oh,
one after
nice.
the other, it's really sweet.
like a virtual song circle deal.
Pretty much, yes, exactly
Cool.
like my Camp Nashville circles down in Kerrville. Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
Camp
it's pretty
Nashville is kind of a famous Kerrville camp.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Matter of fact, we outlived Camp Nashville.
There you go.
There used to be a Camp Nashville, and we outlived them by about 20 years now. They've been gone.
Check
a long
that
time.
out, Nashville.
Ah,
Hey, Carol Ann Warren, I want to say hi. She's a longtime family friend. And David had some nice things to say. We are going to have, hi, Bob.
that's my friend Bob. That's my friend Bob from Colorado. He lived in Estes Park with me. He was in the Lazy Bee Wranglers back in the 80s. It used to be a little dinner theater that did Western cowboy music for 100 straight shows during the summer. Did it 2 years with Bob. He hired me there. And he's an old friend. Long time.
Nice. Well, thanks for watching tonight, Bob.
Good to see you.
And Eric had some nice things to say. Oh, and Heather with the blue hearts for that song. Of course.
course.
Awesome. Well, Bill, is there anything else that we didn't get to talk about that you like? Is there anything you want to share with folks before your last tune, or anything you want to promote?
Well, I guess I could say that I'm going to have a new album out sometime, hopefully before the end of the year. I have 3 CDs out now. I also sell a box set for $25 of my 3 studio CDs and a CD where I went into the studio, did a cover tune, one take, and put it out on a CD. I don't pay the songwriters for it, but I don't charge money for it either. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to promote them as far as I love them so much that I want people to know those songs. And,
Cool.
But the next one is going to be a lot of more newer songs. I'm working with Chris Gage down in Austin.
Yeah, I
Albert
know who he
Gage.
is. Yeah.
He's a good friend, and he's played on many of my albums. As a matter of fact, he played a really interesting guitar part on that Painted Ponies song on my CD. That song is on my last CD, as this one is. The next one I'm going to do. My CD was called Dreaming Again. And on the front cover, there's a picture of my scooter sliding back in with a bunch of motorcycles at Oscar Blues in Lyons, Colorado.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I could not take that. I had
Couldn't
to take
resist.
that shot.
That's so awesome. Chris produced an album for a friend of mine named Abby Tapia, who now works.
I know her.
Yeah, she's
I
great.
know Abby.
We're from the same hometown. She's from Mobile, but she kind of moved around a lot. And we met in Austin when I was dating somebody there. And she now works at the Country Music Hall of Fame, which is pretty
sweet.
cool. I think
Yeah,
she's
it's
like
very
their, I want to say she's like their program director or some important job there, which is neat.
That sounds like Abby, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, Chris produced at least one of her records, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
He's great. That'll be fun. I can't wait to hear that. All
Me
right.
too.
Well,
It's been a long time, so we need to get to this next album.
I can't wait for the next Bill Nash album. It's going to be fantastic.
Thank you for saying that.
Well, I'm going to turn it over, and then we'll both come up and say goodbye to everybody after
Sounds
your
good.
last.
Sounds good. Well, this song, let me take these off again. I'll just take them off completely here. This is my 40s torch song. It's called When I Was in Love, and I wrote it when I was in my 40s. So I didn't write it in the 40s, in the 1940s, but because I'm not that old. But I wrote it when I was in my 40s, so it's after one of those breakup things, you get this kind of a song coming out. It's called When I Was in Love. Thanks for listening, folks. Love's a funny thing. Sometimes you have it and ignore it. At times it's not around when you need it. But love's memory never leaves you. When I was in love, the sun was ever brighter. When I was in love, skies were always clear. When I was in love, life was just a playground. Now all I think about is when I was in love. When I was in love, every night was starry. When I was in love, the moon was always full. When I was in love, everything seemed better. Now all I think about is when I was in love. Love gets harder as I get older. So easy to be set in my ways. But I've got a heart that's brimming over, waiting for the one to open the floodgates. I want to be in love, not for just a moment. I hope to be in love more than for all time. I long to be in love with someone who will love me. Now all I think about is when will it be love. All I think about is when I was in love. Thanks.
Yeah,
Let me
I
get my
can't
ears
think
on.
of a better one to end with.
Me
You
too.
didn't hear that.
Oh, I
I
heard that
said,
there couldn't be. Yeah.
I can't think of a better song to end with. That was lovely.
Thanks. Thanks. It was another one of those things that you just get when you get something bad and something good comes out of it. It's good stuff.
That was like dessert. That was like a nice dessert song.
Thanks. Yeah.
Very
And like I
sweet.
said, it could have been from the 1940s, but I only wrote it 20 years ago.
Well, it reminded me a little bit musically of Willie Nelson's "Crazy."
Yeah.
A little bit, just kind of what it does. Music, I loved it. It's great.
Matter of fact, that song, the chords for that song wouldn't have been the same had it not been for my friend Cliff Eberhard, who I met at a Rocky Mountain Folks Festival song school many years ago, and he said, "Never be afraid of the diminished chord." The diminished chord made the song actually with the music part because it's just a great chord to put in there. But it wouldn't have happened without Cliff. So
So cool. Yeah,
yeah.
that chord like really added a lot of flavor.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, Bill, thank you once again for being here with us tonight. It's just been a pleasure to have you on the show. And
Same here.
well, I'm so glad, and it was fun. I hope folks out there enjoyed it. Thanks for all your kind comments. And if I didn't mention you personally or call you out, it's just because it's a lot. It's a lot to navigate when you're hosting the show and trying to read all the
Yep.
comments. But please know that I go back and I read all the comments afterwards, and I so appreciate everything you're saying. And thanks for watching. Thanks for tipping. And thanks for supporting independent music, y'all.
Absolutely.
And with that, we'll say goodnight. Have a wonderful Sunday evening.
Peace. Be good.